All right, y'all, we are back with another video. As y'all can see, government Kemp want to hold these DAs accountable for all their wrongdoings, like this crap that Fani Willis has been doing for the longest. That's why we call her corrupt. And like I said, with him signing this law right here, this right here really just destroy her. I really think this right here should get her removed regardless of the situation. Fani Willis should be removed, disbarred, gone. Because like Governor Kemp said, these DAs need to be held accountable for the dumb stuff that they do, like how she's trying to go after President Trump. That's what she's been trying to do. But I'm not going to hold y'all up. This one here is coming from Doug. I will leave the original video in the description. And he said that Government Kemp signs Georgia law reviving prosecutor sanctions panel. And he wasn't playing. So like I said, I will leave the original video in the description. Make sure y'all go over to Doug's channel. Go show him some love. Let him know that I sent you, all right? Without further ado, y'all, let's go ahead and dive straight into this. I know Fani Willis is somewhere in the corner just punching the air right now. But let's go.
We're going to Georgia, where a new front has opened up against Fani Willis. That's good news. Governor Kemp, now, he's no ally of Trump's. He wouldn't do any favor for Trump's, but he's going after Fani Willis on a whole other front of her not prosecuting criminals. Welcome to Doug in Exile. I'm Doug Tenaple. This is where the happy patriots are. This is where you get the most up-to-date stuff on Fani Willis. Not that we care about Fani Willis, but because we care about Trump. And Fani Willis is one of the biggest, loudest people to go after Trump, and one is in the middle of a slow motion face plant as we watch her career fall apart before our eyes.
And with the stroke of a pen, it was official. Governor Brian Kemp says the state will hold district attorneys accountable.
They pretend like, oh, it's just about any district attorney they're going to hold accountable. Really, this is about Fani Willis, because this was before his desk last fall. And he punted on it. He goes like, oh, we can't do this. I'll tell you about the workaround on how they got this thing through. It's really kind of genius.
Today, we are renewing our commitment that we won't forfeit public safety for prosecutors who let criminals off the hook.
I don't know where Brian Kemp's been for the last couple of years, because it's all the prosecutors been doing in Fulton County is letting criminals off the hook. This is the same thing as what Alvin Bragg did. This is kind of what the Soros way that he's destroying America. Suddenly Brian Kemp has this kind of come to Jesus moment of, oh, I found something now. You know, now we're going after those DAs that don't prosecute criminals. Okay, well, kind of convenient. It's good that Fani Willis has become such a national embarrassment that this is the fire that's been put under Brian Kemp, because it made him look stupid.
The new law revives the Prosecuting Attorney Qualification Commission, tasked with overseeing complaints filed against district attorneys and solicitor generals. The commission can investigate alleged misconduct, discipline, remove, or even force retirement, depending on the situation.
When out-of-touch prosecutors put politics over public safety, the community suffers, and people and property are put at risk.
This is just a tiny, tiny bit of reform which is needed. And it's considered just completely radical that anyone stepped in and said, hey, we need to hold DAs accountable if they don't prosecute.
You heard what he said? They putting politics over public safety, and that's exactly what Fani Willis is doing. The same crap that Letitia James is doing. They ain't worried about what's going on. They ain't worried about the criminals. Only thing they worried about is Donald Trump. That's all they worried about. All the stuff that's going on, they do not want to do anything about that. They letting these criminals just walk and let them do whatever they want. Rob banks, violate people, just do whatever they want. They ain't got nothing to say about that, but the only thing they do is wake up every day and worry about Donald Trump. So I'm pretty sure Governor Kemp did this because of Fani Willis.
He can remove you.
Previous versions of the law restrict the disciplining of a DA until the Supreme Court affirmed the ruling. But in November, the state Supreme Court refused to approve the rule. The version signed today removes that requirement and gives the 8-person panel more power to move forward without the Supreme Court.
Kemp and the gang tried passing this bill to be tougher on DAs. And then the Supreme Court comes in and goes, no, you have to pass it through the Supreme Court. They did. They just signed it into law and just said, well, you no longer have to go through the Supreme Court to approve this law. And so they did a workaround. I think it's genius. This is how you do stuff in Georgia, guys.
When the previous version of the bill was considered, many vowed to file complaints against Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis for her prosecution of former President Donald Trump. It caused many DAs across the state to speak out against the measure.
As you know, there are already legislators who have vowed come October 1st to file commission complaints against district attorneys here in Georgia for just doing their job.
Is Fani Willis just doing her job, ma'am? Are you sure you want to say that?
Oh my God!
Kemp is going to go out.
So you telling me that Fani Willis is doing her job, but yet she ain't trying to get these criminals that's out there in Atlanta, Georgia, that's still walking the streets. She ain't studying them. She just letting them just go scot-free. They get to just do anything they want. And the only thing this woman was worried about is taking down Donald Trump and the 18 co-defendants. That's the only thing she was worried about. Nathan Wade going on them trips. Look at all the trips she was taking. How can she even worry about what's going on in the streets out there? She wasn't worried about that. I don't think she'll worry about trying to take down Donald Trump and everybody around him and going on these trips, stealing taxpayers' dollars. That's the only thing Fani Willis was worried about. That's all she was worried about. But, you know, you always get people that come out and want to try to act like, oh, she was just doing her job. No, she was not. Why do you think Governor Kemp signed this law? He know what's going on. He see it. And a lot of times, some of these people ain't got to like Trump, but ain't got to like Donald Trump. But they know he's getting done wrong. They know he's getting done wrong because they know it can happen to them.
Fani Willis, because she just did her job of hiring Nathan Wade, of pursuing political opponents of Biden, of working with the White House potentially, allegedly, stuffing cash from her campaign. Is that just doing your job? And meanwhile, people are running around with chainsaws.
Cuff me! There are people out there with chainsaws. You're cuffing me.
On the streets, and she will not prosecute them.
Nope.
Is that doing her job?
And in one of her previous interviews on the matter, DeKalb County District Attorney Sherry Boston says the law is an assault on democracy.
To drag DAs in front of a commission around decisions that they have been given constitutional right to make, we are embarking on a very dangerous journey.
They can walk someone like Fani Willis in front of an 8-person panel, and the panel can just go, look, why haven't you prosecuted any crimes in this state? Why are you letting all these people go? Where are you spending all your time and resources and money buying computers and buying trips to the Caribbean instead of prosecuting crime? I think they've got a good case against Fani Willis here. I think this is a good move by Brian Kemp. And I know he wouldn't do any favors for Trump, but I think even he had to answer, like, why aren't I doing anything about this in front of me? It makes Brian Kemp look bad. So this helps make him look good. So I support it. Open up another front on Fani Willis. Get her hard, Brian Kemp. Let's see what kind of man you are.
Yeah, get her. But like I said, that was a good move by Governor Kemp. You know what I'm saying? That was a good move, exactly what he just did, because all of this was because of Fani Willis and the corruption that's going on, the stealing taxpayer dollars, going on all these trips. Can't nobody track the money that they were spending. Now just he say, she say. So it's just a lot of stuff going on, and like I mentioned before, all three of them lied under oath. Fani, Nathan, Terrence. He even sent messages to Ashley Merchant. He sent messages to Ashley Merchant and still denied them in court. Like, come on, how can you just lie like that? I mean, she got you on text messages. You were just telling everything. That's the reason why I said before, there's no way that the Judge McAfee, can let Fani Willis walk after this right here. She got to be removed. She has to be removed, man. There's just no other way. I mean, it was just too much corruption going on. And you heard what Brian Kemp said. He said he's sick of the politics and stuff instead of her worried about, like, people's safety. People who's getting walked up on, getting gunned down and stuff like this happening. But Fani Willis ain't worried about that. Only thing she's worried about is filling her pockets up with money, trying to go after Donald Trump and going on these trips with Nathan Wade. That's the only thing she care about. That's why you got people, you got this woman that's running now, that's running for Fani Willis' spot right now. So we shall see exactly what's going to happen. But man, like I said, it's getting crazy and crazy every single day. It's getting crazy. So we still just sitting back waiting on this judge to see exactly what he's going to do. They say we should hear some at least by today or tomorrow, hopefully. But if we don't hear nothing by today or tomorrow, I know it should be Monday because he said it's going to be 2 weeks and he should have his answer by then. So we are still awaiting that. But like I said, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.